Hello, Leo. How are you guys doing? Guess what time it is? It is bonus time. Time for your February 2025 bonus reading. So for those of you who are in need of a personal reading, you can find all the information you need as far as how to go about doing that in the description of this video. So what I'm doing in bonus readings is looking for details, situations, or scenarios that did not make it into the first round of February readings. All right, let's hop into this. I want to start these off with the new person. New person Leo is dealing with in February, universe. Just take new to mean whatever new means to you. The intention I'm putting into it is 3 months or less, but everybody sees things differently. I've done readings for people that say they're dealing with a new person that they've been with for 9 months. I'm like, I don't know if I would call that new, but hey, some of you may, just however it resonates for you. Let's see how the energy is looking between Leo and the new person. It don't look like YouTube's wanting to notify people tonight, huh? Oh, well. All right. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Boom. Queen of Swords reversed. Page of Swords. Okay. Looking. Ah, shit. King and Queen of Swords reversed. So I'm thinking, see, we got the Seven of Swords right here in the heart of the spread, man. Now, with the King and Queen of Swords both reversed, I think you all are mirroring each other a little bit. But what I think it is I think there's a little bit of a trust issue here. But I honestly kind of feel like both of y'all kind of have a little bit of trust issues going on. You kind of suspect something may be funny about them. They kind of suspect something may be funny about you. It's not telling me why, though. You and this person absolutely have a karmic tie here. Now, that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It means you all have unfinished business from a past life, okay? So, a lot of emotion here, though, man. This is a real heavy, intense connection here in February. And it's looking like things are moving fast. Maybe a little bit too fast, honestly. Maybe a little bit too fast. That happens sometimes, man. Two people come together with the quickness. It starts moving real fast like that. And we didn't really take the time to get to know each other as deeply as we should have. Then them little trust issues start bubbling up. Okay, I'll tell you how I intuitively feel. Now, I could be wrong on this, and I will totally take it on the chin if I am wrong. But so far, my intuition kind of feels like neither of you really have anything to worry about. For one reason or another, y'all are both just kind of tripping on each other, I think. I could be wrong. Let's see. Let's see this person's true, genuine feelings and intentions. Could be a Cancer for some of you, by the way. What's this person's true feelings, energies, and intentions towards Leo? Are they playing games with you? Are they trying to be honest, loyal, and faithful with you? Boom! Lover's card. This person's ready to settle down with their fucking divine life partner, dude. Like, for real, for real. Pow! Okay. The only thing that I would say is I think this person just might be a little bit immature. And I know that that kind of has a negative ring to it, but I don't really mean it in a negative way. When it all comes down to it, immaturity isn't intrinsically bad. Neither is ignorance. If your actions have immaturity behind them, most of the time, those aren't bad intentions. They're just immature, ignorant intentions, you know? They might be a little bit immature. Knight of Cups, King of Wands reversed, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. We got all these knights and a king reversed. That kind of tells me immaturity, you know? But I think when it all comes down to it, they really want to find their life partner and settle down. So I think they mean well. They mean well. They are being serious. I just don't really think they know how to be serious, if that makes sense. They mean well. In their mind, they are being serious in their mind. But that just may not be what most people would consider to be mature and serious. Does that make sense? I don't think they're playing games with you. I don't think they're talking to people on the side. I don't think they're just using you or manipulating you. They really are trying to settle down with their fucking divine life partner. Could be a Gemini for some of you. I also have Aries here. King of Cups, see? Okay, well, let's see how it plays out in February. How's this situation playing out in February? What's the outcome? Ah, Seven of Cups. Hang on. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups reversed. Lover's card, though. What is this? And the Ace of Cups. Honestly, I'll tell you what, this kind of feels to me like you're probably just going to part ways with this person. Go and explore other options and find a new relationship. That's what this feels like to me. Fool card, Death card. Yeah, I think you're going to go find somebody else. I think so. The energy just doesn't feel right. Something feels off. You don't trust it. So, yeah, man. Well, okay. Let's see if there's any advice here. I kind of have some personal advice I want to give, but I feel guided to kind of hold off on that. I don't know why. I just kind of feel like my guide is going like this and telling me to be quiet. So, believe it or not, my guides are really picky about when and if I should insert my opinions. Believe it or not, there is actually a strategic method behind when I insert my own personal opinions. Sometimes it's appropriate, sometimes it's not. Right now, I don't feel like it is. So let's see what the advice is. What is the advice? Nine of Wands reversed. All right. Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups reversed. Okay. All right. So there actually is potential here. There is potential. You and this person could potentially build something successful. But here's the thing. Guards have to come down, first and foremost. Guards have to come down. So, if you want this person to let their guard down, you might have to be the one to let yours down first. Sometimes you got to be the bigger person like that, dude. Especially when you're the one who's more spiritually awake. That's one thing a lot of people don't talk about when it comes to the spiritual path. Awakening is no different than growing up. You know how when you're a kid and you say, I can't wait to grow up. And the grown-ups try to tell you, oh no, you don't want to fucking grow up. And you didn't believe it. You know, oh, that's bullshit. They don't know what they're talking about. I can't wait till I can stay up past 9 o'clock and eat cookies before dinner, you know, and stay up all night watching my favorite shows. Once I'm allowed to do that, all my problems are going to disappear, right? And then you grow up, and did those little problems disappear? Yes, they did. Yeah, you can do that if you want. But a lot more responsibility piled on your shoulders that you couldn't even have comprehended when you was a kid. Similarly, a lot of people get on the spiritual path thinking, man, once I learn how to manifest money and manifest my life partner, all my problems are going to disappear. And it's like, well, yeah, but then that's going to be replaced by other issues and challenges that you couldn't even comprehend. Anyway, I said that to say this. When you're the one who's more spiritually aware, sometimes that makes you responsible for influencing the situation with benevolent intentions, okay? So sometimes you have to be the change that you want to see. If you want somebody to let their guard down and open up, got to let your guard down and open up, because you're the one who's aware of the energy and how it behaves. So you have to be the one to take control and influence the situation energetically. But, hey, if you don't feel like messing with all that, that's cool. But y'all do have a karmic tie. So, just saying, if you do decide to part ways with this person, make sure you do what you can to release this person's energy. Be sure you do that. But there is potential here. Y'all could make something happen that's potentially successful. All right, well, let's see what's due to come in next for the singles. What's the next soul contract due to come in for Leo? February 2025. What's coming in next for Leo? Six of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Some of y'all connecting with somebody at the workplace, possibly. Damn it, man. Why does this shit always got to come through like this, dude? Gives me such a headache reading this shit sometimes, dude. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so the next person coming in, it's telling me that they are going through a lot. You're connecting with this person at a point in their life where they got a lot of shit they're going through. And they may not be opening up and telling you about it right away. And you can feel that something is a little bit off. So it makes you a little bit nervous, up in your head, overthinking it, and you might be assuming the worst. But I don't think the worst case scenario is to be worried about here. I don't think so. I think there is commitment. There's potential for commitment here. It's just they're going through a lot. I don't know what it is they're going through, whether they're... Honestly, just intuitively, this doesn't really feel like fresh out of a breakup type of energy. It could be, though. But with the death card here, it could be like a death in the family, or maybe they lost their job. Could be the ending of a relationship, possibly. But they're bottling up a lot of stress that they're not telling you about, and you can feel that. And it makes you feel uneasy because you don't know what they're hiding. So when you can feel that somebody's hiding something, you immediately assume the worst. And that could lead to some conflicts in the beginning between the two of you. But there is potential for commitment. There is. There absolutely is. Let's dig up this person's feelings, energies, and intentions deeper. What are their deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? The deepest level. Seven of Pentacles. Six of Cups reversed. Well, okay. Well, so we already talked about this. They have unhealed heartbreak. And most of the time when people have unhealed heartbreak, it's because they don't know how to heal, right? I'm not here to talk about that though. But they do have unhealed heartbreak. I think they are willing to settle down if they meet the right person. They're just not sure if you are that person. Not 100%. They've been cheated on too many times. They've been hurt too many times. So, after a certain point, once somebody's been hurt so many times and they ain't healing, it almost gets to a point where they can't connect with somebody new. Almost, unless they want to just let you in on all their vulnerabilities and insecurities and whatnot, they would have to do that before they even think about settling down with you. Now, if they're not knowing if they're wanting to settle down with you, they're probably not going to do that, right? So my final verdict is I don't think this person has bad intentions. I just think honestly, what I think is just me. I don't think they have any business being in a relationship. That's just me. That's the way I see it. If you're this fucking hurt and you're that untrusting, what the fuck are you even doing? The fuck are you even doing, dude? I get it, man. Dude, I totally get it, dude. Totally get it. I think we've all been stabbed in the heart, lied to, manipulated, used, cheated on. And yeah, that's some of the most painful shit that you can go through. But if you have that many trust issues, why are you going to put somebody who has nothing but good intentions, willing to build a solid foundation, why are you going to put them through that bullshit when they didn't do nothing to you? They don't deserve that. Have you ever been on the other end of that coin? You ever been on the other side of that? When you have nothing but solid intentions, you're ready to lay your life on the line and fucking do everything to build a solid foundation with somebody, and they turn you into basically their emotional punching bag just because they're not healed. You know how fucking frustrating that is when you didn't do nothing to deserve it, right? Anyway, that's just my own personal little tangent there. Let's see how this plays out for the first 30 days. How's this playing out for the first 30 days? Ten of Swords reversed. You're not giving up on this person. You're not giving up on them. But they're not letting their guard down either. Yeah, okay. Okay, all right. So you're not giving up on them, but they're not letting their guard down. One thing, who was I telling this to? Cancer, I think. I think I was telling Gemini and Cancer. So far, for some reason, February looks like a really slow month when it comes to people's love life. I don't know what it is. Maybe some of you know astrology better than I do. I know right now at the end of January, we got this planetary alignment thing that we're dealing with. I know that there's some planets in shadow. There has to be a couple of them in retrograde. I don't know. I'm not that great at astrology. But something in regards to love life situations, February is slow for everybody. Everybody. Things are not moving with the quickness. Now, here's my little take on it. I'm sure there's a lot more to it than this. But y'all know that the real New Year is Aries season, right? So technically, we're still wrapping up the old year. Now, that does not nullify the new year that we celebrate. If you get 5, 6, 7 billion people believing the same thing, that absolutely makes January 1st the start of a new cycle and the ending of an old one. That many billion people believe in that? Oh, that's absolutely going to manifest. However, you do have to take into account that the real new year is Aries season. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. We're getting up to another one of those weird little places where Aquarius season going into Pisces season, we're wrapping up an old cycle, you know? So let's get some advice for Leo with the next person that comes in. What's the advice for this situation? Ooh, judgment reverse. Do the best you can not to judge the situation. I know that can be hard. That can be tough. Try not to judge the situation, what's happening or why it's happening, and especially how it's supposed to happen. That's a big one. That's a real big one. In the very beginning, in the first couple of months, try too hard not to control how things are happening. Okay? Let things roll the way they naturally want to roll. And once we get into the second or third month, that's when we want to start seeing how things are rolling in accordance to common sense and common human decency. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For the first couple of months, let's just kind of let this roll the way it looks like it's wanting to roll naturally. Because I'm kind of feeling like things are unfolding in a way that aren't going to make sense until after it's done. There's a time and a place to take control, and there's a time and a place to go with the flow. Seems like most people are either one or the other. They either always want to be in control of everything, or they're just always a piece of fucking driftwood in the ocean and they have no direction. There's a time and a place for that. You don't always want to be in fucking control, but you don't always want to be a fucking feather in the wind either. Learn when to take control and when to let go. I think February, with the next person that comes in, is a time to kind of let go and go with the flow, okay? All right, now let's take another look at the person from the past. Is there anything else that we need to tell Leo about the person from the past? Any details that I missed? Anything I left out? What's Leo need to know about the person from the past? King of Wands, that's you, boo-boo. Could be them too, though, but let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so there is unfinished business. So I'm thinking this person is planning to make a return. They're planning on it. Yeah, they're planning on it. And the only reason I say they're planning on it is because of the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords. They're planning on it. It's hard to say whether or not they're taking action. It looks like they're waiting for the right opportunity with the Three of Wands here. Waiting on the right opportunity. In the meantime, they're waiting on you to come forward. In the meantime. Knight of Swords reversed. Yeah, they're planning on it. They're planning on it. It's not saying what they want, though. I mean, we have Death card reversed, so obviously that's breathing life into a dead rose. But beyond that, could be a Scorpio for some of you. Let's see their true feelings, energies, and intentions. What's the true intentions of the person Leo dealt with in the past? What's the true intentions of the person Leo dealt with in the past? What's their true feelings as well? See, they're waiting for a good opportunity. I know you hear me talk about this a lot, but what is a good opportunity? What's a good opportunity, especially when it comes to somebody you fell out with? What would they consider to be a good opportunity? A point of weakness, right? A kink in your armor. When you're going through something bad happens to you. You get cheated on, you get broke up with, dog gets hit by a car, granny's in the hospital sick, something, That is when you're more likely to have somebody from your past slither back into your life. When you're going through something, and you know how so many people like to put every bit of their business on social media nowadays, so then they start posting all this boo-hoo shit, and they get the flood of comments and inboxes, That's when you're more likely to have a snake from your past slither back into your life. It's kind of what I think they're waiting on here. But with the Empress in the reverse, it's not even saying what they want. Emperor and Empress reversed. What do they want with you, dude? It doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense to me, it probably don't make sense to them either. They probably don't even know what they want. They want their questions answered. They want their questions answered. So whatever their unanswered questions are. So, like, they parted ways and they're convinced that you have certain feelings for them, or they're convinced that something. They just want their questions answered. They want validation, basically. They want their unanswered questions validated. Other than that, though, I don't really think they're actually trying to settle down with you. I think they're just convinced that you feel stupid, you miss them, you love them, and they just want that validated. But beyond that, they just want validation. So let's get the advice here. What's the advice for Leo with the person from the past? What's the advice? What is the best advice? What's the best advice? Ooh, Queen of Swords is the advice. You know what that means, eh? Don't let this person know how you feel about anything. Nothing. Don't let them know what you're happy about. Don't let them know what you're sad about. Don't let them know what you're mad about. Don't let them know how you feel about anything. So, are you capable? Here's what I would say. Are you capable of acting cold towards this person? I know that sounds mean. I don't mean that in a mean way. Cold means no emotion. None. Not happy, not sad, not bitter, not angry, not sarcastic, not nothing. Just very stone cold. Do you have the ability to do that? If you don't, be careful. Be careful, because all they want is validation. They want to feel validated and what they think your feelings are. So when somebody wants validation, what they're going to do is they're going to do anything they can to get an emotional reaction out of you. Nothing pisses off a toxic person more than not being able to get an emotional reaction out of you. Okay? Nothing. So, if you don't think you could do that, I would proceed with caution, because all they're going to do is push your emotional buttons, get an emotional reaction out of you, then say, yes, I knew it. And then that's pretty much it. And y'all just going to part ways. You're going to be all pissed off and angry and hurt, and they're going to be laughing and giggling. And we don't want that, man. We don't want that. We don't want that shit. So ask yourself, could this person trigger me if they wanted to? You just ask yourself this. I don't care what you tell me. Don't care what you tell anybody else. Ask yourself this. If this person wanted to, could they successfully trigger me? If the answer is yes, I would hold off a little bit. If the answer is no, okay, proceed with caution, because they gonna play a couple of mind games with you just to test to see what emotional power they have over you. And if you can hold your ground, hey, that may get the message across. Once they realize they don't have any more power over you, you never know. Maybe they will decide to change their ways. Maybe. But cross that bridge when you get to it, okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Leo family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.